This is the plaintiff, Royale Hollis. He says he bought a car from the defendant, who told him the engine was brand new and the car was in excellent mechanical shape. Within the first week of driving it, the thing started clanking, so he brought it to be looked at. He told the sneaky defendant he wanted his money back. She refused, so here they are. He's suing for $1,263.42, the amount he is most definitely owed. This is the defendant, Suzette Barch. She says the plaintiff came to look at her car, liked it, and bought it. 2 weeks later, he started complaining about this and that and everything, and then demanded his money back. She doesn't know what the guy's thinking because a sale is a sale is a sale, and he's not getting back anything from her. She's accused of unloading a crummy car.
All parties, please raise your right hand.
Welcome back to the People's Court. Next case on the docket, the plaintiff bought a car from the defendant, was promised that it was almost brand spanking new, but it broke down within a week. The defendant says he asked for it, he got it, so tough. It's the case of whip it bad.
Thank you, Douglas. Okay, Mr. Hollis, you're suing Ms. Barch for $1,263.42 in damages that you say you sustained as a result of her selling you a lemon. Tell me what is going on.
Well, we made a deal and everything. I gave her $400 and everything. Like, and I drove
What kind of car did you buy for $400?
It was a '93 Previa.
What was wrong with it? Is that $400?
The only thing that was going on with it, just had a couple of broke windows. But she said the engine was brand new and everything was brand new.
The engine was brand new? Why would she sell it to you for $400 if the engine's brand new? How brand new was the engine?
2010, Your Honor.
Really? A brand new engine in 2010? That's pretty new.
Well, it was a new engine. It wasn't brand new.
A refurbished engine?
Yes.
Okay, that had been used for how long?
I don't know.
Okay, so go on.
Well, I started driving and everything like about a week and a half later. Next thing I know, it just stopped working and everything. Just like it wouldn't go forward and backward. It's all-wheel drive. So I took it to my friend, and it cost $863 to get it fixed. I told her I fixed the minor things like the windows that were broke, whatever. I didn't care about that. As long as I had a running car, but it stopped running.
Okay, now at some point, you offered to take the car back and pay him back his money.
Yes, I did.
In installments, and you didn't want that.
Well, because I've already put the car in my name, everything, the insurance, everything is already done like that, so I'd rather just get everything all at once, then I'll sign it back off. I have no problem with that.
But you didn't even pay for the car that way. In fact, you still owe $400 on the car.
Yes, I do.
Okay, so in fact, the way you bought the car was how?
It was a friend of mine that I'd known for a real long time, and she said that her friend wanted to buy a car. And I said that I would sell it to him, and he was supposed to have the money before he even took the car.
And how much were you selling this for?
$800.
Okay, and what happened?
He gave me $200 and told me that he couldn't get any more money out of his bank account, so that he would pay me later because he couldn't get it out that day because he had taken too much money out that day.
So why didn't you make him wait until he had all the money?
Because I was trying to be nice.
Well, that was foolish. So now, up to date, you have been paid how much?
$400.
Why aren't you counterclaiming for the remaining amount of the money?
I just don't want to deal with this guy anymore, really.
So do you believe for $800 the guy was promised a new engine?
No.
$800, new engine, in 93 Previa.
No.
You buying that?
No way. Cars are sold as is.
So, well, but would somebody promise $800 for a new engine?
A brand new engine? No, not 800.
No way, going inside the courtroom.
Is there anything in writing between you two?
Yeah, see.
I gave him a bill of sale when I sold the vehicle to him for $50 so he could go get his tags.
$50? I thought you were paying $800.
Yes, I've been paying on it, but she wrote 50 on here, I guess, to make the whatever. We wasn't supposed to do it like that.
I can't hear you.
Here's a bill of sale right here.
Yeah, why does it say 50?
So his tax would be cheaper.
Okay, I know why. Go ahead.
That's the way she wrote it.
So why does it help you or make it easier for you for it to say 50?
For, I guess, my taxes and tax.
Right. That way you can cheat the tax man, and then everybody else in the room can pay more taxes. Right? Wow.
This is not okay.
Hand over everything you have in writing about this transaction. Did you tell him that the thing had a new engine?
No, I said it had it had been put a new engine in it. I didn't say brand new.
And it's a 1990 what?
94.
Yeah, I don't even think you could put a brand new. Did you two know each other from before, or you just had that mutual friend in common?
Just had the mutual friend. It was the first time I had met him.
So he comes to you, he calls you, and he says, this thing's garbage, and I want my money back. And what do you say to him?
I'll give him $200 like he gave me for the van, and I'll give him $100 a week later and $100 a week later.
And what did he say?
He said no.
All right, now if you only paid $400 for the van, how is it you're suing for $1,263.42?
Well, the 400 that's already there, and then the 863 that's there. That
Right. I mean, I could understand if you were suing for the 400 and wanted to return the van, which you don't, right? You don't want to return the van.
Yeah, I'm already put all this money into it.
So, and I could also understand if then you were suing for $863.42 in order to get the van working. But how on earth do you sue for the $400 that you paid or plus the $800 that it costs, so that way you get a completely free working van? How would that be fair?
I miscalculated.
I'll say. All right, you miscalculated, because here's the deal with a used car. When you buy a used car, it's an as-is sale. When you buy a car for $400, I don't know how much you get the right to expect. When you buy a car for $800, I barely understand how much you have the right to expect. But when you buy a car for $800, there's a reason somebody's selling it to you for $800. So if it's important to you, which I guess it is because that's why you're buying a car, then have it checked out by a mechanic and make sure it's the car you want to buy and that there's no issues, because the law is that it's an as-is sale. And there's nothing about what I've heard that would make me see anything that takes it out of that. So my verdict in this case is for the defendant.
We've seen it so many times here in the People's Court that somebody buys a car like that and sues, but winds up having to eat it because of as is.
Yeah, I thought that was pretty messed up. So.
But you understand the law, right?
I know to have it checked out from now on.
Right. Get it checked out by a mechanic before.
Go off someone's word.
Right.
The word was bogus.
Okay. All right, head right down this way. All right, so put yourself in his shoes. How would you feel?
Probably pretty bad.
Did you know you knew the as-is law?
Yes, I did.
Right, so you knew as soon as you got rid of this car that,
It wasn't my problem anymore.
all right, the law's on your side. Harvey?
Okay, the only way to undo a deal like this, an as-is deal, is by proving fraud. Fraud is misrepresenting a material fact, lying about something really, really important, even if it's a lie. But if it's about a minor thing, it's not going to cut it. In this case, there is absolutely no proof of fraud.